everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Charlie B, and this is the Little Seed Grow channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, as I am new to YouTube, so please comment, share, like, and subscribe, as that will help my algorithm and help me grow. Again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So as you can see in the title, in this video I kind of want to dive into some common mistakes that I feel like women make when they get out of relationships and they want to get their lick back, they want to get their get back. I feel like these women do certain things because they are getting out of relationships where they feel undervalued, they feel like their worth wasn't seen, and so I feel like these type of women tend to act out as a way to show their partner their value, or even want them back, but want them back to appreciate them better in a better way. So I just kind of want to get into that, so please stick around because we are going to get into it. Again, guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video, so let's get right into it. So just like I said in the intro, I feel like there's some things that I see that women do when they exit relationships and they're scorned, they were hurt, they went through some things with their partner and they're upset. And I feel like a mistake that some women make, and we're going to kind of limit this to celebrity women, because these are women that we all see, we all know, they're in the public eye, so it can kind of help give some backstory kind of to what I'm saying. So there's two people that I kind of want to address just to use as examples in this video, and I'm going to use Miss Nikki Baby, who was on Love and Hip Hop. And I think that she was with the basketball player, I think his name is Jello, and she just had 2 children with him. They just recently went through a public breakup. And I also kind of want to throw my girl Cardi B in this scenario as well, just to kind of use them as examples for the points that I want to make. So let's start with Nikki. So with Nikki, she just recently got out of a relationship with NBA player Jello, and that was kind of publicized. She put it on Instagram, she kind of said her grievances as far as how could he leave her with children, they had this relationship and now he's with this other girl, and she was kind of spilling the tea on Instagram. Now, what I realized when she started saying all these things was, a lot of women rallied around her. They rallied behind her. They told her, girl, we understand. He's trash. He's trifling. How can he leave you with 2 kids? Like in Waiting to Exhale, like, girl, he left you with 2 kids. All that, women were rallying behind her, supporting her, uplifting her, appalled and baffled that this man would do this to her. So I remember when I saw this on the Shade Room, I commented on the post and I just simply said, I hate to see you go through this. Let's be clear here. There's 2 sides to every story. We don't know why this man left. And I hope that she heals, or something along the lines like that. And the reason why I said that is because, I'm a woman and I'm all for empowering women, women's rights. I'm all for supporting women and, when they're wrong and things like that. However, I'm not biased. So when I saw this post, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, we're getting her side of the story, but I wonder why he left. To me personally, for a man to leave a relationship where his children are and just wash his hands with it and move on, that says a lot to me. Let's be clear. A lot of women want to shame the man or blame the man and never question what the woman did or what made this man want to leave this relationship where his children are. And so that's why I responded to the post the way that I did, just basically saying, I do feel for her. Breakups are hard, especially if you're in the public eye. I can't imagine how that must feel, especially if, you're leaving a relationship and your partner has moved on so quickly and he's with another woman. I can understand how that feels, so I empathize with her on that. However, the fact that he up and left, got in a new relationship, that also speaks volumes to me. And I think that, a lot of women rallied behind her without even wondering why he left. So that's my whole point in saying that. I do feel like she's probably not innocent in this, and we're going to get into it. So she posted all these things, how she's heartbroken, she's sad, she can't believe that he broke up their family, he left, her and his new girl were kind of getting into it, all of that. So fast forward to a couple days ago. We see Miss Nikki Baby, at an NBA game. She's sitting courtside, she's laid, her body's tea, outfit, all that with this new man, right? Just after she was complaining, saying she doesn't understand how he could do this to her. So she's now at a game with a new man. Here's the tea. So after she posted a video of herself with a guy, a girl comes out and spills some tea. She basically said that she knows this man, that she's in a relationship with this man. She released text messages between him and her saying he wants to marry her. He was apologizing for things that he was doing wrong to her and this and that. So then now women want to side-eye the conversation and say, okay, Miss Nikki, so you're basically doing the same thing. You're in a relationship entertaining a man who obviously has a woman. Clock it. So my whole point in this video is I feel like when women are in relationships and they feel like their man is doing wrong, or he's cheating, or he moved on so fast, or he left and he's now with a new woman, they want to cry wolf. But then they exit that relationship and move just as fast as the man. And that's my whole point, is women, we do not have to do the same thing that the other person has done to us to prove a point. Okay? And that's my whole thing, is I feel like healing after a relationship is so important. Just because, Jello exited their relationship and he got into another one, I feel Nikki now scrambled, picked up whoever, went to a game to sit courtside to show him, oh, I can move on too, boo. I can get a man. We can sit courtside. We can do this. We can do that. And I feel like she did all of that just to show him that she can do it too. And I feel like that's a dangerous game to play. And I want to explain that. It's so easy to find a man, to find a woman in this climate. We have access to social media, and she's a celebrity, so she has way more access than the average woman would have. So it's very easy for her to find someone quickly, or find someone with money, or just find someone that she can go sit courtside with. That's very easy. Just with Jello, it's very easy for him to find any woman, to go hang out with him. That's easy for them. So my whole point is, I feel like she just scraped and scrounged and found someone to sit courtside with to prove a point. Or, girl, you already had this nigga in the tuck and you was already talking to him. So that's what I'm saying. Us women, we be so quick to defend women without even knowing the tea, without knowing the story, without knowing the backstory. We don't know if Nikki Baby was faithful. We don't know if she had dudes on the side. We don't know if he found messages in her phone. We don't know any of that. And let's be clear. I'm sure she has a lot of men in her DMs, and I'm sure he had a lot of women in his DMs. So the fact that he up and left, knowing that she has his kids and he got into another relationship, speaks volumes to me. And I feel like women overlook that. Nikki probably is not innocent in this. She probably has done things. He just was the one who left first. And because he did that and now he's in another relationship, it's so easy for her to cry wolf. And just like I said, they could have moved on peacefully and quietly, but she's the one who went on social media blasting that he left, blasting his new relationship, and then doing all of these things. But then yet you go and hop up and find some man who's involved with someone else. This woman dropped receipts of the messages between him. So now you look stupid. Because now you want to play tit for tat and you want to prove to him that you're valuable, that you can have any man, and he probably doesn't even care. And now you look like a clown because this man is involved with a whole nother woman who he told, and we saw the receipts, that he wanted to marry her and all this and that. Again, let's normalize healing after a relationship. Let's normalize letting people do what they want to, however they're going to do it. And yes, it's painful. Yes, it's heartbreaking. Yes, it's whatever feelings that you feel, and those feelings are valid because breakups are not easy. And especially if you're in the public eye, I can't imagine how that feels. So I get, the urge to want to let me go out here and grab somebody too. But that's not how you move. And again, you went out here and grabbed somebody. You did not vet him. You did not ask questions, do all these things. You went to a social platform, which was an NBA game. It's all over social media. And you didn't even know that this man was in a whole other relationship because you were so thirsty to prove to Jello that you could get somebody too. Hold that thought. Let's go to Cardi B. I like Cardi B. I know she gets a lot of flack. People drag her all up and down social media. I personally like Cardi B. Do I listen to her music every day? Absolutely not. But I like Cardi B. So I kind of want to get into her and Offset. So with her and Offset, they were together. I think they were married for 7 years. Offset was cheating on Cardi B on and off, on and off, on and off. Clearly, their whole relationship. Stuff started hitting the fan. They were airing each other out, spilling each other's tea, going back and forth, going in on each other until they finally called it quits. Obviously, Offset has been dealing with other women. Women, again, rallied behind Cardi B. Championed Cardi B. Because it seemed as if she was the faithful one. It seemed like he was just doing her in. But I want to say this. Cardi B, that's on you. Because your husband was cheating on you. You decided to keep him back. You caped for him. You did all these things. And you knew what he was doing. And you decided to stay with him. Now when it became too much for you and you had the women on your side, then you leave that relationship and then you hop up in a whole nother, I don't know if it's a relationship or a situationship with Stefan Diggs. So now you want to feel like you're on the same level as Offset. You told the whole world that you slept with someone while you were pregnant, which is definitely trifling. I don't care. That's trifling. So the correlation I want to make between these two women is I feel like because of their hurt and pain, they wanted to get their get back. They wanted to get their lick back. And getting that back is by hopping in a whole nother relationship with someone that they don't know. They're not giving themselves time to vet these men. They also have children. So it's kind of like, oh, you're doing this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's tit for tat. And I feel like they're doing that because they felt undervalued. They felt some way when they were in these relationships. Again, I'm validating people's feelings. I understand. That's okay. That's not my issue. My issue is, and I want to stay on Cardi B. Offset was doing so much to Cardi B, and I don't know if she was faithful their whole marriage. She painted this picture as if she was. She painted this picture as if she wasn't doing anything. And I want to say Offset also would do interviews where he was saying he was sorry and, he appreciates his wife, and he never said anything negative about her in that regard. So let's keep that at face value. Let's just say she didn't cheat, okay? Whatever. Here's my thing. Cardi B, you went so long being faithful to him when you were in a marriage. You had this persona as if you was that wife. You was holding a nigga down. You wasn't doing this. You wasn't doing that. Like I said, you had women caping for you. You had women supporting you. And then, you want to hop out of a 7-year marriage with a nigga who is doing you in, who you have 3 children with. And then you want to go start entertaining Stefan Diggs. I don't know much about him, but from what I see, he's a ladies' man. He be in drama and all these type of things. So you went from worse to worser, or bad to badder. You know what I'm saying? All because you want to prove to Offset that you're valuable. You want to prove to Offset that another nigga wants you. Why? Why? You don't have to prove that to Offset at all. And to me, it's kind of like, if I'm Cardi B, I just got out of a 7-year marriage with a man, I need to heal. Same with Nikki. You need to heal. You need to unravel yourself from this person. You need to take a step back. You need to figure out where you went wrong. Why did you allow certain things to happen? Where was your self-esteem? Where was, you know what I'm saying? You need to start questioning yourself. You also need to question where the wood that you put into the fire to make it bigger. You need to figure out and be accountable for the things that you caused that ended your relationship as well. And that takes time. If a nigga want to move on so fast, let the nigga move on. But you do not, as a woman, have to come off your throne and do the same dirty game that he's doing to prove a point, because your point is not going to be proven. So let me tell you how you move. To me personally, if I was a woman that had children, I don't have children, but if I was leaving a marriage or a relationship where I had children, I'm definitely not thinking about no other name, period. I'm going to figure out how to move as a single woman for my children. I'm going to unravel. I'm going to heal. I'm going to unconnect from this marriage, from this relationship that I was in for so long. I'm going to allow my heart to break and rebuild it brick by brick. Period. I'm not thinking about another man. I don't care how many women you sleep with. I don't care who you're entertaining. I don't care who I see you with on the shade room. Period. I don't care what you said. And you know, Offset and Cardi B says some low down, dirty shit to each other. I mean, low down. Stuff that I can't even believe you would say to someone whose last name you once had. Or Offset, you said stuff to about her whose name you gave her your name. You gave her her children. You spent 7 years with this woman. You guys did so much together. You guys built so much together. And for you to talk down on this woman is insane. And Cardi B, for you to wish death on this man, for you to drag this man, you know, and Offset has older kids. Offset has kids that are not with Cardi B, who can read, who probably have social media, who can see their stepmom or a woman who they know once cared for them say nasty, dirty things about their father. Is insane. So you guys are both wrong. And again, Offset was always a dog. You said he was a dog. He admitted it. You know, now that shit has hit the fan. So Cardi B, what you should have did was let a dog roam. Let him do that. What you should have did was been at home with your kids. You literally have a newborn, a baby, an infant. And you want to be out here entertaining Stephon Diggs just to prove that you can be a mother and that men want you. We know men want you, Cardi B. You're Cardi B. Whether they want you for your looks or whether they want you just to have you on their arm because of who you are, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of reasons why men would want you. That's not the gag. That's easy. Like I said before, it's easy for Offset to get women. It's easy for Cardi B to get a man. Make yourself irreplaceable. How you do that is you duck off. You pour into your kids. You pour into yourself. And I know a lot of women have a problem with this, but stay home. Show that nigga who you said who you told him you were, show him. Now it's time for him to eat that. Like, yeah, I see you out here doing that, but I'm home with my kids. I'm home in the studio. I'm working on my album. I'm about to do my big one. I'm not worried about a nigga. That's how you boss up. Same with Nikki. Let him run with his little girlfriend. But now you look stupid because you're sitting courtside with who you did not vet, who you probably scooped off, scooped up. And now the tea has been spilled that he's with a whole new girl. All because you're moving off of emotion. You're moving off of tit for tat. You're moving off of, I want to prove to him this and that. Why do you care? If you're not with someone, you don't have to prove anything to them anymore. And if you do want to prove something to them, you do it by being the woman that you claim that you were. Meaning your actions and your words should meet. If you said you was solid, be solid. If you say you wasn't a girl who doesn't rip and run, don't rip and run. And I'm not saying do all these things to prove something to him, but it's for yourself. Period. Do not let a man get you out of character. Do not let a man have you ripping and running the streets with any Tom, Dick, and Harry just to prove something to a man who don't want you or who you claim you don't want. What is the point? And if you do want him back, you do that by being the solid queen that you said you was. Meaning, like I said, do your big one, boss up. You don't boss up by just grabbing any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. If anything, he's going to look at you like a hoe, like, oh, okay. Whatever thoughts he already had about you, whether they were right or wrong, you just confirmed it by how you're moving. I don't understand that. If I'm Cardi B, I want to go back to Cardi B. Cardi B, you have not released the album in 700 years, okay, at this point. F Offset. Let him do what he's going to do. He did it when you guys were married. Like I said, if I was Cardi B, this is what I would have did. Buy Offset. Where the beats at? Where the producers at? I'm in that studio. My album is about to be lit. I'm about to be outside promoting my album. I'm about to do my big one. I'm pouring back into my craft. I just had a newborn baby. I'm pouring into my children. I'm not in the club every other week. I'm ducked off. Offset don't know what I got going on, but he ain't seeing me on the shade room. He ain't seeing me with a man because I'm so focused on my next move, making my next move my best move. Okay? And the next move don't have nothing to do with a man. Okay? My next move is healing, pouring back into me, getting myself together, and going back into what I dropped off when I got into this relationship. That's how you move. That will make Offset be like, oh, dang. Cardi B, you hollered how solid you are and all this stuff, but you're nothing better than Offset. You're doing the same exact thing that he's doing to prove a point. And I feel like they're all doing that. Offset is moving how he's moving because he wants to hurt Cardi B. He wants to show her, I can have any bitch out here that I want. I'm that nigga. I'm him. He stayed saying that. I'm him. I'm this. I'm that. Okay. So then now Cardi B wants to do that. I'm over here with Stephon Diggs. You said that nobody would want me with 3 kids, but look, I'm over here. That's all they're doing is tit for tat, dragging each other, claiming how terrible each other are, but then stuff comes out that they still boning. So make it make sense. If you're done, be done. If you're not done, don't drag each other. That's crazy. And then you guys want to secretly behind closed doors do it, and then when Offset says something about it, Cardi B gets mad because she don't want nobody to know she's still getting the net. So, it's crazy. But again, I just want to encourage women. As hurtful as it is, if somebody has done something hurtful to you, a man, and he has moved on, or don't do tit for tat. Because you're not hurting him. You're hurting you. And if you're a mother, you're hurting your children because you're so busy ripping and running trying to find somebody when you can be pouring into your kids and healing. And getting to a space where you can be better for the next person who you have vetted, who you have taken your time with. You deem him valuable. He deems you valuable because of how you're moving as a woman. And he's good for your children and he's good for you. And you have healed. That's how you move on. But if you're going to do the same thing that he's doing, why would he find value in you? Or why would that change his perception of how he sees you? You're looking at him like a dog. He's looking at you like a dog. So again, ladies, after a breakup, as hard as it is, if someone wants to move quick, let them do that. Let them crash and burn. And while they're doing that, you're on your path to healing. You are getting yourself back together. You are, pouring into you. And you don't have to go grab somebody to feel validated. Validate yourself. Okay? We do not have to have a man on our arm to validate anything. And to me, after being in a relationship for so long, why would you want to hop up and just start entertaining a random person because you're not learning the lesson? Because I feel like with Cardi B, and I don't know how long Nikki and Jello dated before they got together, but you're just gonna repeat that same cycle of getting in relationships with people and not really knowing them, moving so quick to the first man who gives you attention. He has not, shown you anything that he's trustworthy, that, all these things, because you're doing the same thing that got you in the last relationship, and you're going to get the same results because you're not vetting people. You're not taking your time. Everything is based on physical and lust, honestly. And that's not how you have real, deep, meaningful relationships. And I feel like if that was the mistake, Cardi B, you had with Offset, then you need to be moving different. And Nikki, if that's all it was in the past was, oh, buy me this, buy me here, let's go. Then the same thing that happened with Jello is going to happen with any man that you meet, because you're not taking your time to vet people. You're not taking your time to heal. Your ears perk up if any man calls you beautiful or he wants to spin a bag on you. That's not all it's about. And so that's just what I want to say. And I'm also speaking from experience. I've had breakups where, the other person had moved on so fast. And, yes, those things can be hurtful, but it never made me feel like it had to speed up my process. I continue to heal. I continue to grow to where I now, found someone that I'm in a relationship with that I've been in for 11 years, because I don't let nobody rush my healing process. I don't look and see, oh, he's with somebody, let me go grab somebody. No. Why? The way that you let a man eat that is, dang, like she said, she was solid. Like, how you move speaks volumes on your character. You can say you're this and that all day, but if your words and your actions don't meet, a nigga is not gonna respect you. Period. So I just wanted to come on here and say that. And anybody who's dealing with a breakup right now, and you're sad, you're hurt, or you see that the person that you're with, if they have moved on or whatever, and you're feeling an urge to compete or go tit for tat, don't do it. You're good where you are. Validate yourself. Anything that you dropped off along the way, pick it back up. Water yourself. If you have children, water them. It is okay to be in a season by yourself. It is okay to pour into yourself. And being alone does not mean lonely. And I think that we have to understand that. The same validation that you're craving from other people, pour that into yourself, and that should be way more rewarding than anything that anybody else can say. So boss up and do you, and don't look to the left or look to the right, or whatever everybody else is doing. And moral of the story, you let a dog roam, let people do them, and you figure you out. And, when you meet someone who you feel is worth your time, and that you feel like you are healed and you have something to give, and you know what you need to get back, then move forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, this is your girl, Charlie B. This is the Little Seed Grow channel. I am new to YouTube once again. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. Please come back for more. As we have fun over here, we keep it a bean over here. I just try to pour out wisdom. I try to see both sides of the coin. One thing we don't do over here is drag people, okay? We're going to keep it cute. We're going to give our opinion. We're going to give our perspective. But we're also going to respect people because they are human beings. And yes, they are public figures, so we use them as examples. But we don't drag people over here. So I hope to see you soon. Have a great night.